A Reason to Live, A Reason to Die.
Released 1972, directed by Chino Valerie, rated PG USA.
Cheyenne Warrior.
Released 1994, directed by Mark Griffiths, rated PG USA.
Chino.
Released 1973, directed by John Sturges, Duel Colty, rated PG USA.
Return of Sabata.
Released 1971, directed by Gianfranco Parolini, rated PG USA.
Red Sun.
Released 1971, directed by Terrence Young, rated PG USA.
Buffalo Bill and the Indians.
Released 1976, directed by Robert Altman, rated PG USA.
5-Card Stud.
Released 1968, directed by Henry Hathaway, rated PG USA.
The Return of a Man Called Horse.
Released 1976, directed by Irvin Kershner, rated PG USA.
Once Upon a Texas Train.
Released 1988, directed by Burt Kennedy, rated PG USA.
The Missouri Breaks.
Released 1976, directed by Arthur Penn, rated PG USA.
Meek's Cutoff.
Released 2010, directed by Kelly Reichardt, rated PG USA.
Miracle at Sage Creek.
Released 2005, directed by James Infeld, rated PG USA.
The Great Northfield, Minnesota Raid.
Released 1972, directed by Philip Kaufman, rated PG USA.
Tell Them Willie Boy Is Here.
Released 1969, directed by Abraham Polonsky, rated PG USA.
Bronco Billy.
Released 1980, directed by Clint Eastwood, rated PG USA.
Breakheart Pass.
Released 1975, directed by Tom Grise, rated PG USA. More Breakheart Pass, 51 of 142 The Best Western Movies on Amazon Prime, 22 of 46 The Best Train Movies, 42 of 45 The Best Western Movies of the 70s.
Shalako.
Released 1968, directed by Edward Dmytryk, rated PG USA.
Along the Navajo Trail.
Released 1945, directed by Frank McDonald, rated PG USA.
The Shadow Riders.
Released 1982, directed by Andrew V. Ladlin, rated PG USA.
The Duel at Silver Creek.
Released 1952, directed by Don Siegel, rated PG USA.
Chato's Land.
Released 1972, directed by Michael Winner, rated PG USA.
The Frisco Kid.
Released 1979, directed by Robert Aldrich, rated PG USA. More The Frisco Kid, 719 of 925, the all-time greatest comedy films, 234 of 553, the best 70s movies, 201 of 399, the best Western movies ever made.
My Name is Nobody.
Released 1973, directed by Sergio Leone, Tonino Valieri, rated PG USA.
Windwalker.
Released 1980, directed by Cahill Merrill, rated PG USA. More Windwalker, 13 of 111, the best Native American movies, 29 of 40, the best 80s Western movies.
Rango.
Released 2011, directed by Gore Verbinski, rated PG USA UK. PG. More Rango, 245 of 575, the best animated films ever, 27 of 97, the best movies to watch on mushrooms, 348 of 541, the greatest guilty pleasure movies.
Rustlers Rhapsody.
Released 1985, directed by Hugh Wilson, rated PG USA.
Duck, You Sucker.
Released 1971, directed by Sergio Leone, rated PG USA.
Lawman.
Released 1971, directed by Michael Winner, rated PG USA. More Lawman, 50 of 142, the best Western movies on Amazon Prime, 30 of 78, the best Burt Lancaster movies.
100 Rifles.
Released 1969, directed by Tom Grise, rated PG USA.
Bonanza, Under Attack.
Released 1995, directed by Mark Tinker, rated PG USA.
The Legend of the Lone Ranger.
Released 1981, directed by William A. Fraker, rated PG USA. More The Legend of the Lone Ranger, 309 of 315 movies with the best soundtracks, 30 of 40, the best 80s Western movies, 135 of 139, the greatest kids movies of the 1980s.
Joke Kid.
Released 1972, directed by John Sturges, rated PG USA. More 27 of 45, the best movies starring Clint Eastwood, 26 of 67, the best Clint Eastwood movies.
The Villain.
Released 1979, directed by Hal Needham, rated PG USA.
Train Robbers.
Released 1973, directed by Burt Kennedy, rated PG USA. More The Train Robbers, 39 of 98, the best John Wayne movies of all time, ranked 7 of 62, the best and Margaret movies.
Maverick.
Released 1994, directed by Richard Donner, rated PG USA.
The Life and Times of Judge Roy Bean.
Released 1972, directed by John Huston, rated PG USA More The Life and Times of Judge Roy Bean 86 of 399. The Best Western Movies Ever Made 11 of 45. The Best Western Movies of the 70s 72 of 175. The Best Comedy Movies of the 1970s.
Cahill U. Marshal.
Released 1973, directed by Andrew V. Gladlin, rated PG USA.
Two Mules for Sister Sara.
Released 1970, directed by Don Siegel, rated PG USA.
Around the World in 80 Days.
Released 2004, directed by Frank Carasai, rated PG USA. More Around the World in 80 Days. 36 of 40. The Greatest Arnold Schwarzenegger Movies. 18 of 24 Great Movies About Inventors and Innovators. 608 of 723. The Greatest Action Movies of All Time.
Man from Snowy River.
Released 1982, directed by George T. Miller, rated PG USA. More The Man from Snowy River. 371 of 522. The Greatest Movies of the 1980s. Ranked 6 of 41. The Best Movies Set in Australia.
The Man from Snowy River Roman II.
Released 1988, directed by Jeff Burrows, rated PG USA.
Three Amigos.
Released 1986, directed by John Landis, rated PG USA UK. PG More. Three Amigos. 23 of 314. The Funniest 80s Movies. 96 of 925. The All-Time Greatest Comedy Films. 60 of 541. The Greatest Guilty Pleasure Movies.
The Magnificent Seven Ride.
The Magnificent Seven Ride.
Last of the Dogmen.
Last of the Dogmen.
Rooster Cogburn.
Released 1975, directed by Stuart Miller, rated PG USA.
The Shootist.
The Shootist.
The Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Jeremiah Johnson.
Jeremiah Johnson.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Released 1969, directed by George Roy Hill, rated PG USA UK. PG More. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. 91 of 1189. Every Oscar-winning film ever. 12 of 275. The Best Movies Based on True Stories.
The Outlaw Josie Wales.
Released 1976, directed by Clint Eastwood, rated PG USA. More. The Outlaw Josie Wales. 4 of 28. Civil War Movies List. 519 of 1540. The Most Rewatchable Movies. 24 of 553. The Best 70s Movies.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.